Hello everyone, it's Heather with Create Again, and I'm going to do my best to explain how I created the carved wood cornice board. My husband and I came up with a plan to best hang over our windows. Yours will be different depending on how big you'd like it and how many windows, etc. We are hanging this one over a 3 window spread, so we used a 10-foot board, 1 by 10 inch, soft wood, the lightest that we could find. I bought it from Lowe's for about $17. 10 feet was just enough overhang from the window to hang on the studs from the window frame, so from one end to the end with just a couple of inches overhang. To stick out from the wall to create depth, we used 2x4s on their side and cut at 10 inches, so 2 on the ends and 1 in between each window. So we had 3 windows, so we used 4 2x4s on the back. Keyhole hardware was then mounted on each 2x4 and then hung on screws that we measured out over the windows. We chose not to put or enclose the cornice board so that the light would peek out through the top. Finally, after all the technical hanging stuff was out of the way, it was time to be creative. So I'm just unboxing the pretty wooden scroll work, the laser cut from Zawaka. Yeah, Zawaka on Etsy. It is absolutely gorgeous. So here they are. It's not very thick. They are a little delicate, so I need to be very careful until I get them in place. But once I have it mounted on the board, it's going to be just beautiful. Look at that. And just a little bit of wood filler and sanding, and it's ready to go. Okay, so this, I finally got most of it down. I just spaced it out how I wanted. I have just these last 4 pieces to go around the circles here. And this is taking the longest because once you take the glue, and I'm using tight bind, you have to clamp it down, and then I have to take Q-tips and get all the glue out, and then even this one is so small that I'm having to get some of it with like a nail and then just wiping it off. But that's probably what's taken the longest so far. Of course, I haven't started painting yet and to get in all those grooves, so I probably took a few hours gluing these down and getting all the glue out off the sides. So it's looking good so far, no major issues, so yay! Okay, so at this point you can either paint it or stain it. So I wanted a painted distress look with some stain. In hindsight, I wish I had just went ahead and stained it all and then come back over with the white and paint it really good and then distress it on the edges. So I've mixed up some white with a little bit of cream, and I'm going to go in here and get all these little corners, nooks and crannies, and try to fill it all in. And I went back a little bit with my little cloth and I try to wipe off a little bit, but I think I still may, but I want to get a little bit darker in there, so I'm probably gonna do a little sanding and then put a little darker stain on top of it. We'll see. It was a little tedious, but it was the exact look that I wanted. Alright, well there you have it, my faux carved cornice board. If you thought this video was helpful and you enjoyed it, please hit that thumbs up and subscribe. Thanks for watching.